Yeah, I think that when the cases come in, obviously they're served through the clerk's office. And Cindy does a great job of copying the chief of staff and myself on all the cases. And then, you know, I make a recommendation as being the risk administrator for the city, make a recommendation as to which firm I think is best suited to handle the case. And then, you know, there is a confirmation from the mayor's office. I mean, you know, the risk management is a function of the administration. So.
Haven't we, in the last 3 years, 4 years ago, haven't we used less attorneys and less cost over the last 3 years?
I don't know about the numbers specific of attorneys, but I can tell you that the costs have definitely gone down. When I took over risk management in 2013, the professional service budget was over $1 million. Probably for the past 3 years, it's been $500,000 or less. So it's cut in half.
Yeah, and that's a lot.
Okay. Thank you.
It's a partnership. It's not just me.
Okay. All right. 9 and 10 are for graphics for the police cars, police vehicles. One's for $4,000 and one's for $2,000. I wondered why these were in two separate items.
Yeah, Madam Chair, the $2,000 work is for some existing cars we had where we marked and detailed some cars that previously were not in order to improve our visibility out on the streets. The $4,000 graphics bill is for the Ford Explorers that you approved a couple months ago for the graphics for those new vehicles. Now, there was some confusion in terms of how this was presented on the agenda. So this Signs and Designs is the original company that did the graphic design work for our cars. So in the past, we've treated them as a sole source. So if you desire it, I can certainly take care of that before the council meeting for you.
Oh, no, I see now that it's coming out of two different pots, too, so that makes sense now. Unless somebody else would like that. I think we're good. Number 11 is for five handguns for the new police officers. Any questions for the chief on that?
Pretty good price.
Yeah.
Jump on the bandwagon and I'll be able to look at it.
Me too.
Okay, number 12 is for Mr. Markey to remove $633 for weed assessments and $79.44 for delinquent water assessments. Do you have any questions for Mr. Markey on this?
Were they living there or no?
If they were, Madam Chair, this relates to Chris Johnson, and he came to the city council when he bought the house at Wayne County Treasurer auction back in end of 2014. And he came to the council in 2015 to have ordinance charges removed. He has not lived there, but he is turning around and cleaning it up tremendously. What he forgot that he could do is also apply for the year of the auction itself, 2014 charges, which he's not coming forward on. And what I expressed to Mr. Johnson is you're 2 years after the fact. Council, you've never set precedent except one time, 6 years later, we told the taxpayer, you're a little bit too late, can't work with you. But we've been working with Mr. Johnson since he bought the house, and if it was correct for him to come forward, I brought it to your attention. So this is what he would have done in 2015 if he had full knowledge of what he was allowed to request to have removed.
2 years from?
Correct, in 2014.
So do you recommend that we
I do, partly because this is the year of the auction, so by law we have to remove it. It's not a option to do or not to do. State law states that any violation that occurred by the city of Taylor during the year of the auction shall be removed. And these charges were the year of the auction.
You know, that brings us to item number 13.
Now, if I could, Madam Chair, just to jump in while you're reading, what we have here is a church, Downriver United Methodist Church. They are exempt from ad valorem property taxes, as all churches are.
Mhm.
They believe that they should be exempt from special assessment charges, in this case, street lighting. They have a large amount of frontage, and they are requesting City Council to remove the street light charge from their tax bill.
How many other places, churches have us remove them?
No other, well, since I joined the city 2 years ago, none have come forward. Back in 2008, I believe, when several churches came forward and expressed their disgust, if you will, in having to pay special assessment charges. City Council at that time reviewed it and said, no, it's not a tax. This is we have the right to charge you for our costs.
Just
Like a
keep it
utility,
Going
right?
forward, which is what we're doing.
Like a utility.
Correct.
This was a gentleman I spoke to when I was walking by.
I believe so.
He was understanding, I basically, I gave my opinion, he was understanding, but.
I wonder what he'd say if we removed the light bulb.
He sees the light.
He probably doesn't do that.
Yes, so our recommendation is not to remove the charge, but the way that the charger is set up, if they come to me, I have to bring it to you for your approval or for your consideration.
Well, if this 1984 history is correct, he has no case, basically, right? The church has no case if we go by the history of this.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct, yeah.
He basically, when I talked to him, it was, never hurts to
It's a
ask.
shot in the dark, yeah.
Other than, so.
And the unfortunate part is if we grant one church through the chair, then we would have to grant every church and everyone else.
We don't want to start, we don't want to start something we don't want.
Again, this is right back to City Council's consideration and review. Thank you, Madam Chair.
You had to do what you had to do, right? Okay. Okay, number 14. Oh, this is also for Mr. Markey. This is the false alarm special assessment charges of $2,400. Evidently, they paid our collection company versus us directly. Is that what happened?
Correct.
Oh.
Yes, Madam Chair.
So he doesn't want to be charged twice for it. Okay, and then, 15, I guess there was a restriction related to a lot split between two locations, and they want that to be removed. I guess Ms. Spell has no problem with it. And, I wasn't really sure what the restriction restricted.
That was my question.
No, and if we could, Madam Chair, I can discuss as much as I know from reading the information. And Duke Buick is trying to sell a piece of property on Telegraph Road. And when they were doing their title search and due diligence, the title company discovered a 1992 restriction that was placed by the city of Taylor on this property. I spoke with Laura Fell for a little while, including some also information. The one time there was a building on the northeast corner of the property. The building is no longer there, but the deed restriction that's recorded with this library page does not cite an actual cutout building description. It describes a water line easement is what the city of Taylor, and this is the assumption that I'm drawing from what I read through the actual document that's recorded with this. It's a 12-foot wide water easement that runs along the north part of the property line, cuts across Telegraph Road to the east, and then drops south 150 feet to another water line tile. So my suspicion is the city of Taylor council at that time wanted to protect the right to have a water line easement. They can come across Telegraph Road should they want to. There is not an easement, there is no water line there. But the legal description does not describe any parcel of land, it truly describes a 12-foot wide water easement. And that is what's being requested, from my understanding, to have be removed. There never was a lot split there. I don't have any records in my office showing that we ever did the split. What city council approved was, what they held them to is this 12-foot wide easement.
So there's no water line or water main actually goes through that property?
There are water lines that are parallel to Telegraph Road, but the one that's described on the attachment does not exist. At least not on a map that I could see. But now, speaking with Laura Fell, and Laura's not here to confirm it, but any sale that we do, the city always retains all rights for utility easements underneath the property. So that would be, we're removing this restriction, but I believe that, and this would be something that council and whoever drafting this final document, the city reserves all rights for utility easements underneath the property, would be my suggestion back to the drafter.